Okay. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming and making your time this morning. It is not easy for us to take time off our work, so I do appreciate this a lot. Equally so, it's also new for us, as a lot of our colleagues from China are down in South Africa, and I think this is an event that we would like to share with you in terms of our knowledge, Felicity to South Africa, and we would like to take and learn from the South African market back to China and back again in terms of transfer of knowledge and skills. My name is Kaven, and I'm the country manager of Felicity in South Africa, and I'm here to host the event today with my colleagues. I will introduce each of the colleagues as we go along. We have an agenda that's packed with a lot of knowledge from our side, as I mentioned. We want to share with you as much as we can about Felicity, but equally such, let's make it interactive. Let's share. Share your knowledge, share your experiences, share your challenges. And we're going to learn today, especially in my section of the speech, that I'm not here to replace Eskom. Okay? I'm not here to take away business from Eskom. I'm here for a different purpose with Felicity. And our purpose is one of sustainability. Our purpose in South Africa is one of the environment, where we want to look after the environment. We want to take care of the environment. Solar is not just about, as I alluded to, replacing the challenge of Eskom. If we are looking at solar to replace the challenges of Eskom for our house or our business, I would say we're thinking very short term. And we got to be thinking long term as South Africans. I was very happy to come into Cape Town last night on a very short notice because my colleagues were here for the solar show during the week. And I have to say, and I complimented a lot of the colleagues this morning on the beauty of Cape Town, how peaceful Cape Town is, how safe Cape Town is. Myself, I'm actually a dual citizen of South Africa and Europe, and I've lived across many years and vice versa. We have a beautiful country. Yeah. And the beauty of our country, when I came back, and I regularly travel to Europe and back and forth in South Africa and Europe, we do a lot of complaining. And as South Africans, we complain a lot about crime, I understand. We complain a lot about the electricity crisis, I understand. And yes, it affects all of us. But the only way we're going to come around these issues and challenges is if we pull up our socks and we work together. There's nothing to complain about. If you think the grass is greener on the other side, or it's better in Europe, or it's better in China than South Africa, no, it's not. There is no place better than your hometown to make it happen. And to make it happen comes from the individual, and to make it happen comes from business. But in order for us to do that, we must have the right attitude and the willingness to partner. Partner and partnership is an important topic that Felicity is going to share. I had the opportunity a few years back to bring Felicity into the South African market via the Chamber of Commerce. And I'll tell you what struck me the most in terms of doing the first shipment for Felicity, or the first container that came into South Africa. And it was their willingness and their heart to grow and to share. A lot of our Chinese colleagues that are here today from overseas, and I will introduce you to them, it's not easy for them to be in South Africa. There are lots of challenges. There are lots of cultural challenges. Language, for one. Yeah. Speaking maybe like Kaven, I'm not a perfect speaker because I speak other languages as well, but to speak on an even tempo with us as South Africans is not easy. Even myself, I'm regularly challenged if I speak to, for example, Joshua, and you're going to hear his speech later. He's a highly technical individual. We have individuals from China like Adam, and you're going to hear him speaking later on. He's super intelligent on the engineering of a machine. but he may not be conversed on the South African English tempo. And this is where we sometimes create the wrong perception or misunderstanding and misalignment. When I look at this and the fact that my colleagues are still down in South Africa and they're here today, it shows their willingness to share what is their knowledge of the solar industry, their knowledge from China, and they want to partner. And then I want to close on a South African misconception about foreign investment and partners across that come into South Africa. Coming back into South Africa, again, back and forth as I travel, it's very heartbreaking that a lot of my South African brothers and sisters look at foreign companies as they're just here to set up, they're here to put a shop and take money out of the country. No, this is not the case. Every person that opens a business is there to generate profit and grow the economy. If Kaven opened up a supermarket selling bani chow, my Indian curry, outside, I'm here to make profit and take it home to my family. So if the China company was here or the India company from India was here in South Africa, they're not living here permanently. They have a family. They have other requirements. And a lot of us as South Africans need to overcome these hurdles or perceptions because foreigners are here to stay. Without foreign investment, this country cannot grow forward. What our country needs, as I also represent, as I alluded to, the Chamber of Commerce, is foreign investors. Foreign investors come with money. Foreign investors come with knowledge and skills transfer. I am privileged to learn under Kira, which I'll talk to you about just now, how to do sales and marketing. I am privileged to learn under Adam as an example, because they know skills in areas that we may not know, and we can show them how to contextualize the business better for South Africa. To give you some of the challenges that Felicity has been through and to say that they've still been here, it's been a wonder to me because not very long ago, there were some personal challenges in Felicity. There was a hijacking. Not an easy situation to be under, where you are personally threatened to move your business away and the company can still stay here and survive and grow and still move on. These challenges exist with all people, but Felicity is here to stay. When I met the director and the shareholders a few months ago for lunch, he asked me a question. And he said to me, Kaven, I want to stay. And I want to grow in South Africa, but I have one challenge in South Africa compared to all the other countries. Felicity is ranked in the top 10 in the world. In certain countries in Europe, we are well within top 5 rankings. In Netherlands, we are in the top 3. In Nigeria, in the top 3. In Kenya, in the top 2.
Nigeria, top 1.
Nigeria, number 1. Hungary, in all other countries, we rank very, very high in terms of market position. In South Africa, yes, we have a small challenge, not a problem. We have a challenge. And we identified the challenge a few months ago. We know where we went wrong. We know what we have to do better. That is one of the reasons when I made the allusion or the alludement to the language, I am here to break the barrier of language. I will help to translate better. My colleagues from China are down here on a regular basis. To see them leaving their families, not an easy challenge. Here, like Adam as an example, leaving their kids, their families, to come and share the knowledge to South Africa and to grow the business. So these are all positive factors. And again, in closing, the director said to me, we are in the top ranking in the other countries. Can we address and close the issues in South Africa? And I said, by all means. Because South Africa is not just about the Eskom crisis. This is another topic we will talk about today where we get it a little wrong and we think we have to fight against Eskom. It's maybe a little challenge. But if you are fighting, against Eskom, I think you got the wrong fight. Okay? What exactly we are fighting against is sustainability. I want to be in business 16 years from now. And I'm sure you want to be in business as well. And I'm sure you want to save money in your house and in your business. If you are doing it in the short term because of a frustration to Eskom, wrong message, wrong idea. You should be against the fight for your own survival and your own growth and to grow your community. And this is where you will hear the speeches from my colleagues about how Felicity plans to do this in the environment and how we, as Felicity ESS, plans to do this together in harmony, not just with the people, but the environment and the systems as well.
And that brings us to the end of this video. If you've made it this far, I sincerely hope you have enjoyed the content and learned something new. If so, please leave a like and subscribe to support the channel, as well as to get notified of any future videos. Oh, and make sure to check out this video as well. You can also subscribe over here. And this one is pretty cool too. Lastly, don't forget to visit and sign up for a free account at the Blue Power Pro Forum.